Hello, welcome to part 7. You may have noticed something. I've actually got my microphone working, so how about that? No more headphones. Okay, well, now that you had the celebrations, we can get on with the project of the V1. And this part of the project is a little bit of wiring that some of you will know about and some of you will not know about. This will be a first for you, and that is installing a switch. Now, what do I want a switch for? Well, it's my intention to fire off a rocket in the back of the pulsejet, and I have a wire coming down from that, which I haven't fitted to the model yet, okay, which I've put down. Oh, here we are, which is this part here. So this is the back part of the pulsejet. Okay, which I finished. This is one I finished earlier. I've always wanted to say that. This is one I finished earlier. So the rocket motor goes in there, and it's purely for effect. It's not really going to give it much more thrust than what it's going to get anyway. It's too big and heavy, but it'll make a nice feature. Now, you might decide that you want a light in there, or something that makes a flame come out, or something like that. Okay, well, to do that, you're going to need a switch. So what does that mean? Well, what it means, I'll just put that down there temporarily, that you'll want to use one of the switches on your radio. You can ignite it on launch, or you can ignite it in flight, and you just flick the button and it will ignite. Well, that's a theory anyway. So how are we going to do that? Well, first of all, let me just put that back because I don't want it getting damaged. Okay, I'll just put this over here for now. Okay, and then we're going to turn the camera down, and I'm going to show you a very rough drawing of a circuit and how it works. All right, so, oh, there we go. Hopefully that will bend down a lot. Yeah, okay. So let me pull my chair up. Now, excuse me, to test the circuit. Okay, I couldn't find the bulb holder, so I just hard soldered it onto this cable here. And what I've decided to do is use button A in this instance. So let's say I'm taking off or I'm mid-air, doesn't matter which, and I'll just flick the button and on comes the light. Flick it off because I don't need it anymore, because that then would have ignited the fuel, hopefully. Okay, so I'm flying along. There's button A. Yeah, button A. Flick that, light comes on. That shows me that circuit works. Now, how do you wire it? Well, I've only done this rough. When it goes into the model, which it's going to, I'll show you this again, but it's just to make sure everything's working. What you do, you connect your battery as normal to your receiver. Now, what you have on your, so this is the little drawing I've made. What you'll have on the next to the battery plug is another plug, and this is called a JST-XH. And normally what you do with this is when you put this on charge, your battery on charge, you probably want to do a balanced charge, so you plug this in to your charger and it will balance all the cells equally. But you can reuse it in this way. And what you do, basically, is you get yourself a JST HX. Now, would it be a male or a female? It would be a male. So the one on the battery would be the female, and the plug that you want to use is going to be a male. And this is a 4-pin connector. You do away with the 2 middle ones. You don't need them. But you want the outer red one and you want the outer black one. Okay, now just for jointing purposes, I'm using a block connector. So basically what happens is you're using this switch here, which is a Turnigy receiver controlled on-off switch. Don't know if I can see that all right. I'll put it up closer maybe later. Turnigy receiver controlled on-off switch, and it has 2 red wires. Now I've coloured one black just to make it easier to know which is the in and which is the out, basically. But that's how a switch works. It's you have the switch wire and the switch feed. So the switch feed will come from the battery into one side, which will be the switch feed. Then you mark the switch wire. Now the switch wire is only live when you flick the button. Otherwise it's dead, it doesn't do anything. So you've got the switch feed and the switch wire. Okay, so you connect the switch feed to the battery. Goes through the switch via this lead here, which goes to the receiver, switches the switch into the on position, or the high. It goes high, okay? And then the power comes through the switch wire down to the positive on the bulb, which is that little lumpy bit there. Okay, and this is the negative side, which is the side of the body. The negative side, well, that comes out the same place. It comes out of the JST-XH, right? And you connect that to the negative side of the bulb. Now, does that sound a bit confusing? Well, probably. So, what I've done, I made a little drawer in there. And if you want to, you can pause it. Look, do me a favour, will you? Press the like button and then subscribe. Thank you very much. Okay, and you can follow that. So basically, you're coming at your JST XH, yeah? And let's see if I can get that right. And okay, and then what you do, that red wire goes to the switch, out of the switch, yeah, to the bulb. And then the neutral goes from the bulb to JHT-XH, and then that's controlled by the switch, which is controlled by the receiver. And speed control is just there for clarity. So that is basically the circuit. If you don't want to do it that way, you'll have to use an extra battery and then connect the negative direct. But the easiest way is to do it this way. And I'll see if I can get the camera for you a little bit closer. Okay. So there's your JXT-XH there. Okay. There's your live feed. Okay, your feed to the switch, which is this. That's the red wire. And then coming out of the switch is the black wire. It's all right, that's my radio telling me it's not being used. So then it comes out of... I've lost the switch. Where's it gone? There's the bulb. Yeah, there's a switch. So you come out of the switch with a negative. But now it's not the negative, is it? Because it's now the switch wire. Go through a connector into the lead, and the lead somewhere at the end of it is the bulb. Does that make any sense? It's not as difficult or as complicated as it may seem. And as I said, I might make a better diagram for you if you've never used one. So really, it's like half a solenoid. The solenoid acts basically as a switch, but it's powered. So you flick the switch, activates the solenoid engages a contactor, and then takes a feed from a different place. But this is doing something very, very similar than what you actually do when you flick the switch. You're telling the receiver to flick the switch on. The power comes from the battery, from the JST-HX, okay, and then that goes to the switch. The switch turns it on. It goes from the switch feed to the switch wire. The switch wire then goes down to the bulb and turns the bulb on. Does that make sense? Am I making it too complicated? I don't know. But that's how that works if you've never put in a switch. So just to reiterate, okay, there it is. I'll do it one more time. So that JXT-HX, yeah, the white one that comes out of the battery, yeah, you connect the red wire to the switch. The other red wire, which comes out of the switch, then goes to the bulb. And then the negative side coming out of the JXT-X H or whatever it's called, then goes directly to the negative of the bulb, and that gives you the circuit, and that will go on and off. So then what you do, you go to your radio, okay, and in this case this is Spectrum. This is what I use, my Spectrum. You go into, I don't know if you can see this or not, you go into the functions, and you just basically go to digital switch setup, and then select switch, and in this case it's A, and you want 0% in 0, position 0, position 1, 100%, okay, and then you just allocate it using your normal functions of your radio. Basically that's all you got to do. If you've never done it before, it's probably a little bit daunting, but a little bit of practice, you're not going to fuck anything up, so don't be afraid to try it. And where's my ball gone now? It's at the end of the cable. There's the end of the cable, so there you go. All right, and that is how you install the switch. There you go. And that's all there is to it. All I'm going to do now is just put that cable all the way down there, which is a 5-minute job, and now I can move on to skinning the tail end. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And if you don't like it, well, all you got to do is hit the down button twice. Thank you very much. See you in part 8.
It's only magic. Isn't it amazing when you know? Every second that you see is 24 connected pieces. Thank you for coming, thank you for staying, thank you for watching the show.
So today we're gonna talk about how a lot of things are stupid right now because there's a whole bunch of stupid people who are making decisions that are stupid, and then there's a whole bunch of other stupid people who think that they're really smart by saying that the stupid people and the stupid things they're doing are smart because they agree with the stupid things they're doing. And so the people are pretending they're smart, but they're actually really stupid, but they can't admit that they're stupid, even though the things that are going on are stupid. And so you got a whole lot of stupid being perpetrated by a whole lot of stupid people, and then supported by even more stupid people, and then the rest of us are just kind of standing around going, this ain't good. And so there's pretty much, you know, that's pretty much it. That's what's going on. I don't know what to tell you. It's just a whole lot of stupid going on.